Hello friends, let's discuss current affairs, and today's first question is on the awards, is about the awards given at the Cannes Film Festival. That's how you pronounce it, Cannes, C-A-N-N. The E-S is silent, or you could simply say the S is silent. Now all of these are right, and that is Merve Dizdar. She is a Turkish actress. She's won the Best Actress award, and she beautiful. And I watched a trailer of this film about dry grasses. She acts equally beautifully. You know, we have three categories there: best actor, best actress, best director. I'm going to add a little more. Please make sure you write this down so you could have some takeaway from this class. So please start with the highest prize, Palme d'Or, Palme. I'm not writing because the pad is out of order actually. Palme, 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 space D apostrophe OR, Palme d'Or dash. Winner is the film Anatomy of a Fall. Anatomy, Anatomy, Anatomy of a Fall, Fall. Anatomy of a Fall. I wouldn't want you to write the name of the director, just write the name of the film. Next, Grand Prix, Grand Prize or Grand Prize. The French call it Grand Prix, like Formula One Grand Prix, something similar here. Grand Prize. The film that won this prize was The Zone of Interest. The Zone, Z-O-N-E. The Zone of Interest, I-N-T-E-R-E-S-T. Next, Jury Prize. Jury Prize, J-U-R-Y. Jury Prize went to a film from Finland, and the name of the film is Fallen Leaves. Fallen, F-A-L-L-E-N. Fallen Leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S, Leaves. So the Palme d'Or, the highest prize, went to the Anatomy of a Fall. Grand Prize went to The Zone of Interest, while the third one, Jury Prize, went to what is this film, Fallen Leaves. Okay, so we got 6 categories, 3 on the board, on the slide for you, and 3 that we mentioned. Next, short best short film. Best short film, number 27. It's simply 27. They don't write it 20 TW, just name the title of the film is 27. Next, honorary. Next category, last category, honorary, 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 Palme d'Or, Palme, Palme, space D apostrophe OR, Palme d'Or dash. 2 Hollywood superstars won this prize this year. Harrison Ford, Harrison, Harrison Ford, F-O-R-D, Ford, and Michael Douglas, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, Michael Douglas, D-O-U-G-L-A-S. You could watch great films of Harrison Ford. You could watch the Indiana Jones series, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, starring Amrish Puri as well. It was banned in India. Then the latest is Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Skull. There is this film called Fugitive, starring Harrison Ford. Clear and Present Danger. Oh, he's one of my favorite actors. Michael Douglas, yes, you could watch plenty of his films. One is Basic Instinct. Then you have this film called what is this? Suddenly, yeah, Michael Douglas starred in a film called Wall Street, W-A-L-L, Wall Street. He is a trader in this. He is a big, banker, investment banker kind of trader. stockbroker as well, and he plays it up. I mean, this is a kind of a role that he's come to be famous for. Wall Street is a film you should watch. Okay, so that's all about these prices. So from here we could go to the next one. Which country won the bid to host the 2025 World Conservation Congress of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN? It will be held in the United Arab Emirates in December 2025. That's a little over 2.5 years from now, maybe 2.5 years from today. But you know what? The last time the IUCN's WCC World Conservation Congress took place was in 2021 in the French town of Marseille. Marseille. I repeat, Marseille, Marseille, France. Venue of 2021 World Conservation Congress of the IUCN. Now, could we write a little more about these choices here? British Prime Minister, UK Prime Minister is Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak, S-U-N-A-K. Rishi Sunak. Australian Prime Minister. Australia is the 6th biggest country in the world by area. It's about 76 lakh square kilometer large, but its population is about 2.6 crore. Which is like what we had in 1 year. Not exactly 1 year, but yeah, almost there. Australia's Prime Minister is Anthony Albanese. Anthony Albanese. 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 United Arab Emirates, the president is Zayed Mohammed Khan. Okay. Not Khan, I'm so sorry. Zayed bin Mohammed, I'm so sorry. Zayed bin Mohammed Al Nahyan, AL-NAHYAN. Okay, Saudi Arabia's king is Salman bin Abdulaziz, or simply King Salman. We know the Indian Prime Minister's name. The Union Cabinet approved forming and empowering an interministerial committee to create the world's largest grain storage plant in the cooperative sector. The IMC will be constituted under the chairmanship of the Minister of Cooperation with the ministries. These three ministers. Why don't we write the names of all the ministers who hold these portfolios? Okay, who hold these ministries? We'll start with the Minister of Cooperation, Amit Shah. He holds another important ministry, Home Affairs. So Amit Shah, Home Affairs, and Minister of Home Affairs and Minister of Cooperation. Next, look at choice A1 there. We have Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. You could as well write the name first of Piyush Goyal. Goyal, Piyush Goyal. Then, as you know, he holds 3 important ministries, and we'll write the names of these ministries. One is already mentioned in choice 1. You could write Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Second is Textiles. Third is Commerce and Industry. Okay. Look at choice 2, Food Processing Industries. It's headed by Pashupati Kumar Paras. Pashu, P-A-S-H-U, one word Pashu, then space Pati, P-A-T-I, Pashupati Kumar Paras. He is a union minister for food processing industries. Next, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Narendra Tomar, T-O-M-A-R, Narendra Tomar. Which country recently withdrew its participation in the US-led Combined Maritime Forces? Well, you see this, I took this graphic from the website of the Combined Maritime Forces. Okay. What does it say? It tells you that it's the world's largest multinational naval partnership. Okay. Sorry, guys. And it comprises 38 nations. So you see the flags of these 38 nations are, are listed here. And you'll find India's flag as well here. Okay. And what is the main partnership? Main job is about focuses on maritime security, counter piracy and training. See, this region is quite infamous, this particular region. You see, this is Somalia. Okay. This is Yemen, pretty lawless places. Both Yemen and Somalia are dangerous places. A lot of pirates actually attack ships, hold the staff hostage and negotiate for ransom. So to keep the shipping lines open and safe, secure for free flow of international commerce, the 38 nations have come together to form one combined maritime forces under the U.S. leadership, and this is a job to make sure that nothing untoward, nothing like narcotic smuggling, like piracy happens in these places. So basically, it's a counter narcotics, counter piracy, counter smuggling, counter piracy, counter narcotics, and counter smuggling force. Okay, and it's headed by Vice Admiral American. It's an American Vice Admiral Brad Cooper. Brad Cooper, Cooper. Brad Cooper. Okay, so they have this 5 task forces. You see this 150 here. This would focus on the Gulf of Oman and Indonesia. This one, this is Oman here. 152, you can see the Arabian Gulf. This is the Persian Gulf or the Arabian Gulf here. The Iran. This, you see this narrow strait, narrow channel of water here that connects this Gulf with the open Arabian Sea or the Indonesian. This is called the Hormuz Strait, Hormuz, Hormuz Strait. Okay, yeah, plenty to learn, my friends. This is the Red Sea. This is the Red Sea. It's called red because there is a certain kind of algae that gives a color red to the water. Water, as you know, is colorless, but right below the surface you have a certain kind of algae which from the top would make the water appear red. That's why the Red Sea. Okay, so this is called the Horn of Africa. This region you see here where my cursor is, this is Horn of Africa. Somalia is in the Horn of Africa. So from here the ships take to the route to the Suez Canal, right below this logo of course. Japan's Prime Minister is Fumio Kishida. Fumio Kishida. Kishida. Fumio Kishida. Then the United Arab Emirates, we mentioned a while ago, Zayed bin Mohammed Al Nahyan. Israeli Prime Minister is Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu. South Korean Prime Minister is Soon Yuk Sol. Australia we mentioned a while ago. Okay, from there let's go to the Raman Research Institute. This is the Raman Research Institute. It was established in 1948. You could write this. Established in 1948 by the great Chandrasekhara Venkataraman. Chandrasekhara Venkataraman, who won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930. So this was established by him, named after himself, this is in Bangalore. It's in Bangalore or Bengaluru. What about the choices here? The Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology is in Trivandrum or Thiruvananthapuram. N-T-H-A-P-U-R-A-M, Ananta, Anantapuram, Tiruvananthapuram, which, as you know, is the capital of Kerala, is also home to the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. So in Trivandrum or Tiruvananthapuram, you would find the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Choice 3, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing is in Dehradun. It's in Dehradun. Choice 4, the NRSA is in Hyderabad. Space Application Center is in Ahmedabad. It's in Ahmedabad. The newly elected president of the Confederation of Indian Industry is, R. Dinesh, who is, you could write this, vice chairman of TVS. You must have heard of this company called TVS. TVS Supply Chain Solutions. TVS Supply Chain Solutions. Okay. R. Dinesh. What about choice 4? It's not Sunil Puri, it should be Sanjeev Puri. There's an error there. Sanjeev Puri. You could write Sanjeev Puri is the president-elect of CII. President-elect. President designate of the CII, and chairperson and CEO of ITC. Okay. Look at choice A, Rohit Jawa. Okay, CII has a president, R. Dinesh. Sanjeev Puri, president designate. And then we have someone who is in charge of the day-to-day running of the CII. Okay. Because these guys have their own affairs to conduct. The guy who runs the CII on a day-to-day basis is, you could write this, Chandrajit Banerjee, Director General of CII. Now let's look at choices. 1, Rohit Jawa, CEO of Hindustan Unilever Limited. Next, Anand Mahindra, chairman of Mahindra Group. Rajiv Bajaj, MD CEO of Bajaj Auto. The US Food and Drug Administration granted full approval to the oral antiviral COVID-19 treatment Paxlovid for adults. Paxlovid is the product of Pfizer. Why don't you write the names of the CEOs of these companies? Not much to discuss here actually, except the names of the CEOs maybe. The first 4, because the 5th one is the university. Pfizer CEO, it's headquartered in New York City. It's an American company. The first 3 are American companies. 4th one is more of a British company now. Pfizer, Albert Bourla, Bourla. Next, look at choice 1, Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson CEO is Joaquin Duato. When we say Joaquin, it's written not with an H but a J. It's a Spanish name. Okay, right. Joaquim. Joaquim Duato, D-U-A-T-O, Duato, D-U-A-T-O, Duato. Moderna's only commercial product has been the COVID-19 vaccine. You could write the name of the CEO here. Moderna. Stephen Bancel. Stephen Bancel. B-A-N-C-E-L. Bancel. B-A-N-C-E-L. Bancel. AstraZeneca. Pascal Soriot. Pascal. P-A-S-C-A-L. Pascal Soriot. S-O-R-I-O-T. Soriot. Pascal Soriot. Borge Brand has stated that India is expected to clock the highest growth among the world's big economies this year, and the country's economy is witnessing the famous snowball effect. The double inverted commas should have been here. Snowball effect, not famous. Brande is the president of the World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum. Okay. Asian Development Bank. I'll tell you about the snowball effect, but before that, Asian Development Bank is headed by Masatsugu Asakawa. Masatsugu. M-A-S-A-T-S-U-G-U. Masatsugu Asakawa. A-S-A-K-A-W-A. Asakawa. A-S-A-K-A-W-A. Asakawa. Masatsugu Asakawa. Okay. Then we have World Bank. Ajay Banga. Ajay Banga. Ajay Paul Singh Banga. New Development Bank. Dilma Rousseff. Dilma Rousseff. D-I-L-M-A. Dilma Rousseff. R-O-U-S-S-E-F. Rousseff. International Monetary Fund. Kristalina Georgieva. Kristalina Georgieva. K-R-I-S-T-A-L-I-N-A. Kristalina Georgieva. G-E-O-R-G-I-E-V-A. Georgieva. What's the snowball effect now? We know that India's economy is doing pretty well compared with the rest of the world, including that of China's. But what's the snowball effect? See, I would suggest you write this short definition, then I'll explain this. Snowball effect dash, a process that starts from an initial state of small significance and builds upon itself. Think of a snowball, a small snowball on top of a hill, a snow-covered hill. This is snow-covered hill, a small snowball, it rolls down. As it rolls down, it picks up more snow. Yeah, it picks up more snow, gathers more mass, gathers more surface area. Got it? As it rolls down the snow-covered mountain, it picks up snow, attaches to itself, gathers more mass, gathers more surface area, rolls down fast. So this could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what it is basically. Okay. I was reading another example, like for example, snowball effect is sometimes we may say that a small change could lead to big changes. Like for example, we have an aircraft engine. We have an aircraft. Now, aircraft often talk about reducing weight, because if the weight is reduced, the fuel consumption also goes down, which actually saves money for the aircraft company. But let's look at something beyond this. If the size of the fuselage is, let's say there is an aeroplane like this, okay, this is an aeroplane. The wings, the main body is called fuselage, F-U-S-E-L-A-G-E, fuselage. Now the fuselage, if it's made lighter, it would mean that the wings could be smaller. Could be smaller. The wings could be smaller. Now the wings could be smaller would mean that that much less weight, the thrust generated would be less. If the thrust generated is less, it would mean that the engines would burn less fuel, which effectively is good for the airline company. But it also means that the aircraft carries fewer passengers, which is not good for the aircraft company. So it could be good, could be bad, depending on the route, depending on what kind of aircraft, and a lot of other parameters. Okay. A lot of things have their pros and cons, and if we work a little harder, we can learn a lot of good things about this. Okay. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime has warned that there has been no let-up in methamphetamine drug trade from Asia's Golden Triangle, which includes the areas of, the Myanmar's east, Thailand's north, and northwest of Laos. Okay, this is called Golden Triangle. In fact, this is an area that is spread across 9.5 lakh square kilometers, almost 10 lakh square kilometer area, and this is where two major rivers flow. One major river is Mekong, and the other is Ruak, R-U-A-K. So the Golden Triangle is a region that starts, or that is around the confluence, the merger of two rivers, Ruak and Mekong. Okay, R-U-A-K, Ruak and Mekong. So this is a deeply forested area, and it's very difficult to patrol, difficult to monitor, keep an eye on what's happening here. And this area, Golden Triangle, produces nearly 25% of the world's opium, heroin and all that. Yes. Majority, nearly 65% comes from Afghanistan. Okay. Then we have Myanmar, Laos and Thailand. So you see this Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan region is called Golden Crescent, and this is called Golden Triangle. To repeat, Golden Crescent, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Iran for basically narcotics trade, and Golden Triangle is Laos, Thailand and Myanmar. I would like to tell you the names of the capitals of these places. You see this, if not capitals, just write the names of the leaders. Laos is Laos is run from a place called, we'll focus only on these three countries. Laos capital is Vientiane, Vientiane. I repeat, Vientiane, Vientiane, and the president is a communist country, a single party dictatorship. Okay, Laos, Vietnam, China, all three countries with single party systems, my friends, communist countries. The president of Laos is Thongloun, Thongloun, Thongloun. I repeat, Thongloun, Thongloun. Sisulit or Sisulit, Sisulit, Sisulit. That's Laos. Thailand, we've been discussing multiple times. Myanmar, you could write. The capital is Naypyidaw, 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 Naypyidaw. The president is a military leader, Min, M-I-N, Min Liang, H-L-A-I-N-G, Min Liang. His full name is Min Liang Ong. Okay, this should be it. Thailand, we've been mentioning this multiple times. In the previous class also, I think I discussed Thailand. Okay. The Law Commission in its 279th report stated that Section 124A needs to be retained in the Indian Penal Code through certain amendments, and that deals with sedition, deshdroh, treason, working against the country. Okay. So sedition, of course, see multiple places, multiple organizations like human rights organizations and all, they have been saying that India should do away with this law, but the Law Commission has said that we need to implement a stricter version of this law. Not just that we we read in the law. It says that now we need to make the provisions stringent, more harsher for those who are accused of sedition working against the country. Like it said that the Law Commission said that in its report, it said that the current punishment is about 3 years. Let's make it 7 years. Let's make it 7 years with a fine, monetary fine. Okay, and it also talks about, for now it's vague as to what is sedition. It says that even something as simple as inciting unrest, disturbing public order could be treated as could be classified under sedition. That's what the Law Commission has said. Okay. So why don't we look at who is the chairperson of the Law Commission of India? Right. Law Commission chairperson, Justice Rituraj Avasthi. Rituraj Avasthi. Rituraj Avasthi. Next, New Law and Justice Minister. New Law and Justice Minister, Arjun Ram Meghwal. Arjun Ram Meghwal. Meghwal. Arjun Ram Meghwal. Celeste Solo is the new and first female Secretary General of the World Meteorological Organization. She is from Argentina. This is a UN body. WMO is a UN body. Okay, and she's from Argentina. It's headquartered in Geneva. She's going to replace Petteri Talas. You could write this. Outgoing Secretary General is Petteri, Petteri, Petteri Talas, Taalas, Petteri Talas, Petteri, Petteri Talas, Taallas, Talas of Finland. So he will leave the office on 31st December 2023, and Solo is going to come in on 1st January. Okay, next year. Shall we look at the capitals of these places, presidents and all that? Too much basically. Yeah, I don't have a problem telling you the name of the president of Portugal, Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa. Not required. You could simply write the capital is Lisbon, Lisbon. Portugal's capital is Lisbon, Lisbon, Lisbon. Peru, Lima, Lima. Lima. Argentina, Buenos Aires, Buenos, Buenos Aires, Aires, Buenos Aires. Colombia, Bogota, Bogota, Bogota. Ghana, Accra, Accra, Accra. To ease the loan application process, for which group, there should not be a comma here. Okay, for which group did the central government launch the PM Swanidhi mobile app? Street vendors. You could write Swanidhi. PM Swanidhi is Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Okay. So what is this scheme about? See, after the lockdown, in the lockdown and post-lockdown, a lot of people lost their livelihoods, especially the street vendors. So the government had to incentivize them to go back to working, to go back to doing what they were doing and contributing to the country. The government, central government has said that we will give a working loan of 10,000 rupees to street vendors. 10,000 rupees. Okay. Now it will be given at a rate of certain rate of interest. But then the government says that we will incentivize people to repay the loan by if there are regular payments, then two things will happen. One, rate of interest will be reduced, and two, the loan eligibility will be increased. That is, the loan amount eligibility will be increased. So regular payments, installment payments, repayments, basically regular repayments will attract two things. One, lower rate of interest, and two, higher loan amount eligibility. It's a good thing. Second thing, it also said that we would push the street vendors to go for digital payments, accept digital payments. आज हम चाय पीने जाते हैं, when we go to drink tea, buy a coconut, tender coconut thing, when we drink tender coconut water, we most of us use our phone mediums. We don't use cash actually. So digital payments have come of age, and they are in a very, very big way, being used in India. The government said that if there are digital payments, then there will be a cashback on that. So the street vendor earns a cashback on, when you make a digital payment. So it's a win-win for the, street vendor. Okay. According to the RBI's annual report 2022-23, identify the correct statements. So all of these are right. Frauds are being rising, my friends. People have been committing more and more frauds, though scrutiny has increased. But you see, as long as people in the system are corrupt, then the system can barely change. See, the system is definitely good. Of course, there are loopholes, but then, if people are corrupt, the loopholes could be exploited. If the people are honest, even the loopholes would not be exploited. So somewhere down the line, it's incumbent on the people, it devolves on people like us to be honest. But then frauds have increased multiple times. People are dishonest. It could be that sometimes they're hand in gloves with correct employees also. Yeah. With state observed its formation day on 2nd June 2023. Telangana is 9 years old. My state Telangana is 9 years old. We had Telangana, where our new state came into existence on the 2nd of June 2014. So we have entered the 10th year of the state. What about the rest of the choices? Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, all were formed on the 1st of November 1956. You could write this. Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka, so southern states, essentially were formed on the 1st of November 1956. Odisha, 1st April 1936. 1st April 1936. Chennai Super Kings won their 2023 IPL title by defeating the Gujarat's Titans. And of course, there's his answer is there. I want you to write this IPL 2023, some extra stuff about it. Yeah, IPL 2023. Okay, right. First one, winner Chennai Super Kings. Winner Chennai Super Kings. Next, runner up Gujarat Titans. Gujarat Titans. Next, final played at Ahmedabad. Final played at Ahmedabad. Next, player of the final. Player of the final. Devon Conway. Devon. 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 Devon Conway. W-A-Y, Conway. Devon Conway of CSK. Of CSK. Next. Most valuable player. Most valuable player. Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill of Gujarat Titans. Shubman Gill. Okay, next. Most runs dash orange cap. Most runs dash orange cap dash Shubman Gill 890 runs. 890 runs. 890 runs in 17 matches. Yeah. Next. Most wickets dash purple cap. Most wickets dash purple cap dash Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami 28 wickets in 17 matches. 28 wickets in 17 matches. You know, there's a second place guy called Mohit Sharma. He took 27 wickets in 14 matches. So average wise, Mohit Sharma has done better than Shami. Yeah, no doubt they both are pretty good. But Shami took 17 matches to take 28 wickets, while Mohit Sharma took 17 matches. 14 matches to take 27 wickets. So 28 for, Mohammad Shami. Then one more thing, Fair Play Award. Fair Play Award. Not that it matters, but Delhi Capitals. They didn't play well at all. Delhi Capitals. Which country unveiled its ambitious $17 billion road and rail infrastructure project linking West Asia, Europe, and Asia with one another? Iraq. We have heard of the Belt and Road Initiative of China. Now, Iraq says we will have our own stuff. I could have had a map here that would have been good actually. But let's see if I could find a better map because the one I found wasn't great. See, Iraq had been devastated by decades of war. Saddam came to power in 1979. 80 to 88, there was a 8-year war against against Iran. Then there was a war against US-led forces in 1991. Then Saddam, there was the American invasion of, the Western invasion of Iraq in 2001. I mean, things have been pretty bad. Decades of war have destroyed the Iraqi infrastructure. So the government of Iraq says that we not only want to rebuild our own infrastructure, in the process also want to emerge as a regional transportation hub. How? They want to connect north Turkish border, their border with Turkey, there is a port in the south called the Grand Faw, F-A-W. The Grand Faw port to be connected with the Turkish, Iraq's border with Turkey. Iraq's border with Turkey. Now, so this is going to be a rail and road network. And the Iraqi government has said that we'll run trains at around 300 kmph. That's high-speed rail network. So see, all this is on paper right now. The work has just started, but this is on paper as of today. The idea the Iraq says is to replace Suez Canal as a regional transportation hub. So today, a lot of ships and all that use the Suez Canal to go to reach Europe and all these places. Iraq wants to replace Suez Canal with its own, transportation network. It's quite ambitious, very ambitious, especially for a country like Iraq, which is like pretty much which is in a very bad shape actually. Anyway, Iraq Prime Minister is Mohammad Shia al-Sudani. Mohammad Shia, S-H-I-A, Shia al-Sudani. Al-Sudani, S-U-D-A-N-I. Next, Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. Iran, Ibrahim Raisi. Ibrahim Raisi. Raisi. Jordan. King Abdullah II. King Abdullah, Roman numeral 2. Lebanon's Prime Minister is Nazib Mikati. Nazib. Nazib. Nazib Mikati. 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 Nice map. Serbian President Alexander Vucic stepped down as leader of the leader of the ruling Serbian Progressive Party. He was the currency. He remains the president, but he just resigned as the leader of the party. Okay. Dinar is the currency of Serbia. This is Serbia, my friends. You can see this is, this one is Serbia. So you could write this. Serbia's capital is Belgrade. 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 Prime Minister, this guy Vucic is the president. Prime Minister is Ana Ana Brnabic. Brnabic. I repeat, Brnabic. Brnabic. Okay. Brnabic. That's a currency, dinar anyway. I mentioned there. Chalo, from here, let's go. With which bank did the Reserve Bank of India approve the voluntary scheme of the amalgamation of the Maratha Sahakari Bank? This is a Bombay-based bank. It's been under the RBI supervision since 2016 for financial anomalies, and the RBI recently announced its merger with an urban cooperative bank called the Cosmos Cooperative Bank. Cosmos Cooperative Bank. So things hadn't gone well with the investors of Marathi Sahakari Bank. So the bank has been merged with a better 140 branch bank called the Cosmos Cooperative Bank. Whom of the following persons was declared winner of the 2023 Turkey presidential election in the runoff vote? Erdogan or Erdogan. Erdogan, my friends, didn't win the election outright. He was forced to go for a runoff, with Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu. This guy posed a major threat to Erdogan, but unfortunately, for Kemal, Erdogan had won the presidential election. So Erdogan gets another 5 years to the 20 he has already had. He is seen as a dictator by his critics, but as a nationalist by his supporters. Let's not get into that argument. Okay, but Erdogan has shaped his personal dislike for India into a policy for his country. Erdogan is deeply anti-India. He's pro-Pakistan, anti-India. Anyway, who are these guys here? Look at 1, 2, 3. So the opposition candidate who lost to Erdogan is choice number 5, Kemal. And choice 1, Abdullah II. We mentioned his name a while ago in the case of Jordan. He's a king of Jordan. Jaordan, Jordan. Isaac Herzog is a president of Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu is the prime minister. Herzog is the president of Israel. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is the president of Egypt. He was also the chief guest at the 2023 Republic Day function in India. President of Egypt. Which country's first indigenously built passenger jet named Comac C919 took its first commercial flight? China. Okay, now what is Comac? You could write this. Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China. Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China. See, there are very few aircraft manufacturers. Two prominent would be Boeing and Airbus. Okay, but China's taken a big leap, and they say that we have our own commercial aircraft now, and they have called it C919. 919. So that's a little about this. It's a small aircraft anyway, but then it's a start, and it's a good start actually. Mexico's president is Andres Obrador. Andres Obrador. Obrador. Andres Obrador. His full name is Andres Lopez Perez Manuel Obrador. But right, that's enough. Yeah. Indonesia president is Joko Widodo. Joko 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 Widodo. 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 Which African country has launched an overhaul of its political system and declared its intent to introduce the direct universal suffrage in 2024 election? This is Somalia, my friends. I told you a while ago, this country is in the Horn of Africa. So you could write Somalia's president is Hassan Mohammed. This is the capital, Mogadishu. Capital is mentioned here. Mogadishu. 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 And the president is Hassan Sheikh Mohammed. Hassan Sheikh Mohammed. Or simply write Hassan Mohammed. Next. Djibouti. See this tiny country here. It's run by a dictator. Yeah. His name is Ismail Omar Gulia, or simply Ismail Gulia. Ismail, Ismail, Ismail Gulia. Guelleh. I repeat, Guelleh. Gulia. See, this Djibouti is home to, it's a small country. Its GDP is less than $3 billion. The capital is also called Djibouti there. It is home to the military bases of overseas, to a lot of countries' military bases. France has a military support system here. US has a military base. China has its first overseas military support base in Djibouti. And Japan also has a military base here. So Japan, China, France, US, all four have a military base here in Djibouti. And all of these countries have to pay paisa to the government of Djibouti. Together, the Chinese pay $20 billion, Americans pay $63 million for use of the country's land and all. Japan and France pay $30 million. Okay. Together, whatever these guys pay comes to about 4 to 5% of the country's GDP. Yes. So it's a very big source basically. Chad. This is Chad. You see the capital is N'Djamena. Yeah. The president is Mohamed Mahamat. Mohamed Deby. Deby. Mohamed Deby. Burundi down here. This is Burundi. The capital, there are two capitals. Burundi has two capitals. It's a tiny country, but it has two capitals. One is Bujumbura. B-U-J-U. I repeat. B-U-J-U-M-B-R-A. Bujumbura. B-U-R-A. Bura. Bujumbura. This is the main capital. There is another place called Gitega. Don't worry. Bujumbura. The president is Evariste. A-V-A-R-I-S-T-E. Evariste Ndayishimiye. I'll spell it. N-D-A-Y. It's one word. Ndayishimiye. Ndayishimiye. Okay. From there, let's go to this country called Eritrea, one of the world's most dangerous countries. The capital is Asmara. A-S-M-A-R-A. Asmara, 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 and no, the president here is a dictator. The guy has been there for about 30 years. You just can't raise your voice in this. You disappear into a black hole. Yeah, you disappear into black hole. The president is Isaias Afwerki, ISAIAS, ISAIAS, Isaias Afwerki, AFWERKI. Okay. Okay. Hey, Somalia is a very dangerous country, man. You really want to know what's happening in Somalia? There are a lot of country, In fact, there is piracy here. I mentioned. You could watch one film called Captain Phillips. Captain Phillips stars Tom Hanks. It's a very good film. It's a true story. Then there is this film called Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk, HAWK, Hawk Down. This is a true story of what happened in this country in 1993. An American helicopter called Black Hawk is shot down by rebels. What happens next is a story. Terrific story. It won an Oscar for Best Sound Editing also. Who presided over the 8th meeting of the Niti Aayog Governing Council in New Delhi? Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Because Narendra Prime Minister is the ex-official chairperson of the Niti Aayog. Remember, the Niti Aayog's ex-official chairperson is the Prime Minister. Okay. Next, who makes up the Governing Council of the Niti Aayog? Prime Minister. You could write Prime Minister, Chief Ministers of all states and union territories with legislatures. Chief Ministers of all states and union territories with legislatures, that is Delhi and Puducherry, comma, ex officio members, that is whoever else is ex officio member of Niti Aayog, comma, Niti Aayog members like Vice Chairperson Suman Berry, plus special invitees. So Prime Minister, Chief Minister of all states and union territories with legislatures, all Niti Aayog members, plus special invitees, plus ex officio members of the Niti Aayog. Okay? Next, CEO of Niti Aayog. BVR Subramaniam. Okay. So choice 5 is the vice chairman of Niti Aayog. Prime Minister is a chairperson, and the CEO we mentioned is BVR Subramaniam. Identify the correct statements regarding ISRO's recently launched GSLV's geosynchronous launch vehicle. The H in vehicle is silent, so it's vehicle. What is it? Vehicle. GSLV is geosynchronous. See, geosynchronous is when the missile, the satellite is right above the point. This is a point on Earth. This is here, and just as a point moves, this also moves. Okay. So it's synchronized with the particular spot on the Earth. So it's geosynchronous. There is a new new satellite launched by India, and of course, it has been launched. With all these paraphernalia mentioned here. I'm not going to get there basically. Yeah. The Senate of which country passed a bipartisan bill to raise $31.4 trillion debt ceiling? See, there is no raising. Please know this. What is a debt ceiling? See, I would suggest you write 2-3 points, right? Debt ceiling is about the borrowing by the US government is about the amount of money. You could write this better. Amount of money that could be borrowed by the US government. Amount of money that could be borrowed by the US government to pay the salaries of federal employees. Federal means central government employees. We call central, they say federal, that's it. Federal employees, comma, military, comma, social security, people who get unemployment money and all that, social security, comma, Medicare, 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 comma, interest on national debt, DEBT, national debt, and tax refunds, So for all these, the government of US needs money. Now where can it borrow money? It can borrow money, but there is a ceiling. Recently, the government of US has reached the ceiling. $31.4 trillion is ceiling. Okay. Now, to borrow more than this, it would need the approval of the US Congress, US Parliament. The US Parliament refused to give, because in the House, the Republican Party has a majority, thin majority. Okay. And the government is run by the Democrats. So, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party came to an agreement saying that we will not change the ceiling. It will remain where it is. But we will not, we will let the central government of the US borrow money till November 2025. So you could write this. Current deal didn't raise the limit. Current deal didn't raise the limit, comma, but suspended it till November 2025, till early 2025. So next year in November there will be elections in the US. So the government of US now can borrow without any worry. But the Republican Party has extracted major concessions. Okay, some other time we could discuss that. In India, if the government wants to borrow, it simply borrows. It doesn't have to take the Parliament's approval except through one finance bill that is tabled right after the budget. Okay. Who is the new Chief Vigilance Commissioner of India? Yeah, it's mentioned there. Praveen Sood is the director of the CBI, new director of CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. Praveen Sood. Next, Girish Chandra Murmu is the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Comptroller, COMPTROLLER, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Next, Manoj Soni, Chairperson of Union Public Service Commission. Choice 5, Sanjay Kumar Mishra, Director of Enforcement Directorate. Director of Enforcement Directorate, right? Director ATE, Directorate. That's all from me, Bharat C. Jain. Have a lot of fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.